What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy MXP here today, and we're going to be talking about. Listen, the year's wrapping up, so we're going to be talking about not my favorite games of the year. That video is going to be next week, but what we're going to be talking about is actually the games I kind of missed, maybe started, maybe dropped, maybe want to get back to, all that kind of stuff. So all the stuff that I didn't really get to finish, whether I wanted to or I just decided that the game wasn't for me. So originally I was going to put this together with kind of like my year in review kind of video to just talk about all the games I like, but I realized that video is going to be like 40 minutes. That's why I decided to break it up. So what this video is going to be, we're going to start with the games I missed completely, which was either, I just didn't get around to buying it, checking it out, or for whatever other reason, I didn't get to it. Then the next one's going to be games I tried, wasn't for me, dropped it. And then we'll talk about some games that I started, wanted to get back to, or maybe I just, for whatever reason, just didn't get to finish. All that out of the way. Again, if you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, run up that hype, and let's get right into this list. So Obsidian seen as probably Xbox's like most productive, acquisition over the last few years, and they put out over 3 games this year, and you'll see 2 of those games on this list. But the first game we're going to talk about is The Outer Worlds 2. So The Outer Worlds, I did try it. I don't say it wasn't for me. It just got a little repetitive and boring. I'll admit. I played through Game Pass, but Outer Worlds 2 when it came out was a big slam dunk for a lot of RPG lovers. I don't know about sales if it was that great, but just from everything I was hearing, a lot of people were saying like this is what they've been waiting for. This is what the first one should have been. This is kind of what they wanted in Avowed with a lot of the mechanics, RPG mechanics, especially the flaw system. Hearing about the flaw system being like, okay, you can, reload a lot if you decide to do that, but now you have to reload all the time, or they'll let you reload better, but you have less bullets. Or if you stare at the sun, it's like your vision is bad, but you get some other cool pickup or whatever. I think like the RPG mechanics I've been hearing about the game, like I said, Obsidian was just on a roll this year with Valve, Grounded 2, and then Outer Worlds 2. This was going to be Xbox's first $80 game. Obviously they pulled back on that, but either way, I do want to check this out at some point. Now the next game I want to talk about is, listen, I'm a big Bleach fan. Bleach Thousand Year Blood War arc. I'm still waiting for that season 4 to come out, but they had an arena fighter come out, but it wasn't just any old arena fighter. And I don't really play these anime fighting games, but Bleach, I was gonna make an exception for. There aren't a ton of Bleach games, especially like this. It looked good, the characters look great. I heard, like, just from the combat, from what I've watched and from what I've heard, the gameplay's pretty good. Now, the only reason I didn't grab this is because I felt like most of the time, if I wanted to play it, it would be online. And to be honest, I was looking for a sale. So during Black Friday, I saw it on sale on console for like 20 bucks, and I would have grabbed it. But then I'm like, okay, if I have to be online, I'm not going to be buying, PlayStation Plus or subscribing to Game Pass every time just to play it online, which is kind of where it sucks where we are when it comes to subscriptions. You can't even play online. So if I wanted to play on PC, I could, but there was never any sales for it. And then I saw recently during Steam's winter sale, it was on sale, but it was for I think 35 bucks, which it isn't a bad price, but considering, if I do end up liking the game and I'm gonna buy the DLC and all that, I'm gonna be spending more money, hoping it'll get a bit lower. I mean, it is an anime arena fighter, so I'm assuming the game's gonna go down in price at some point, but once I see it for a lower price on Steam, I'll definitely be getting it. All right, the last game that I just missed and hopefully will play at some point, going to be coming from Hazelight, who made It Takes Two, but it's going to be Split Fiction. Yes, that co-op game nominated for a lot of Game of the Year awards. A lot of people thought snubbed for not being in Game of the Year category, but this one, again, similar to the Bleach situation. So it's not that you'll be playing randomly online with people, but it was like, okay, I don't really have that many people to play with, and anyone I would, it's like, okay, it's going to take forever for us to coordinate and try and play through the game. Now it's cool that they do offer the friend pass. Only one person has to buy the game or whatever, but my thing is, I played It Takes Two the same year with my daughter, and I was thinking like, oh, we could play this, but then I heard this one's a little mature, like not for kids at all, so I just kind of backed off of it for a little bit. It was on sale for a decent price. I think I seen it at 30 like $2 or something like that. My main thing with skipping this game was just not being able to, find someone to play with consistently. Other than that, man, I've been hearing there's things in this game that are not in any other game or just completely different. I really, really want to check it out. I wish there was some type of like single player option or something like that. So I'll just have to figure it out. I'm gonna have to find somebody and try to make make something shake. But Split Fiction, hopefully be checking it out at some point soon. All right, now we're gonna get into the games I tried, even if I felt like maybe they weren't for me. Maybe it was just in Game Pass. Maybe it was just, I just wanted to try it out and just ended up not being for me. So first one, we got a kind of a double header. So we're gonna start with some visual novels. So visual novels, naturally, I don't play visual novels. Like that's not my thing. I don't play the Telltale games. I don't play any of that kind of stuff. But I did get caught up in this Dispatch hype. Everyone talking about all the so amazing and the different episodes they're putting out. And we got to see this at the Game Awards last year in 2024. Aaron Paul had that awkward moment with I forget who it was. I think it was Jennifer Hale or someone. And it just, I mean, it seemed cool. Like everyone likes, Invincible and The Boys and all this like dystopian kind of superhero stuff where all superheroes aren't really the same, and it seemed cool. But to me, I'll be honest, so I tried it on Steam, and got a refund. But my thing is, I don't know, I can't see myself like spending $30 or any really money for real on these type of games where it's not really a game. Like, yeah, it's cool, it's interactive and everything like that, but when you're just like picking choices and then seeing it acted out, and like, yeah, even the fact that you could turn off some of the real-time action stuff, I'm just like, I don't know, I'd rather just watch the show. Like, if they're gonna make it into a show, I'd rather watch a show. I don't want, like, I want my games to be games, and that's just like a me thing. Like, I don't feel any people love it, hey, that's for them. But I also tried that game 1000 X Resist or whatever, which had a cool story, underlying themes and things like that, with like racism and things like that. Again, and that was a lot more game than this had like platforming and stuff. Again, I don't know, I bore easily of those kind of games. They don't feel like games to me, so ended up dropping both of those. Next up, got another double header, which is going to be 2 live service games. First one was Helldivers 2. I don't really want to count. I only checked it out because it had like the Halo upgrade or whatever, but I just realized again why I don't like online multiplayer live service games. They just don't like for me like that. And then the other one was Arc Raiders. So I don't know if I want to even count Arc Raiders technically, but it kind of does fall into that same, the reason I gave for Helldivers 2. Thing with Arc Raiders was I did try the beta or the super server slam or whatever it was called. It seemed okay, pretty cool when I was playing it. Again, not my taste necessarily, and maybe I gotta really play it more and get into the loop. It seemed okay when I was playing it, then I got stuck on a super zip line or whatever, and that's nothing against the game, that was just a stupid glitch. But again, kind of in that Helldivers 2 lane, it's just very hard to like get me into those kind of games nowadays. So I would say maybe one day I'll try it again, but honestly, it's probably not happening. All right, finally, we're going to talk about the category of games I started, played a decent amount, and either just put on pause or didn't finish for whatever reason, one reason or another. So first one we're going to talk about is Avowed. Again, I mentioned 2 Obsidian games will be in this video. So first game was Outer Worlds 2, which I didn't play at all. Avowed, I did play a decent amount and I was enjoying it. In the beginning of the year, I think I put in almost 20 hours, if not 20 hours or so. And I've never been into like the RPG type of games or like Skyrim, the dual wheel with the magic and all that. But Avowed was pretty cool. The story, learning the different turns and stuff. I've never played like any games in the Eternity universe or anything like that. Playing it, cool, figuring out the story, the different choices you make, and getting different types of dialogue. Learn how to level up and fight certain enemies and do certain missions, even if you're a little under leveled. If you're able to go through it, there's pretty cool loot. I had like a sword that was building poison on it. While you could do mix and matching your pistol with your spell book or your longsword or your two-handed. Like, there's a lot of stuff going into the game. It just honestly, I'm gonna kind of talk about a little bit more in my year in review video next week. But at February, March, April, May, like that whole spring time was so busy for me. And to be honest, back like I was doing a little less gaming at that time, and when I had more time to get back into it, I just like nothing was pulling me to go play Avowed. Like certain games I was like, man, I gotta get, yeah, like, you know, those games where like you put them down for a second, you're like, man, I gotta get back to it. So yeah, Avowed, it was pretty fun while I was playing it. Do I want to finish it? I do at some point, but I just don't know when. All right, next up, I kind of debated if I was gonna put this on this list or not, but it technically came out this year, and that was because Nintendo decided to put out a double pack of Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Now, I never had the actually I never had neither one of the Mario Galaxy 1 or 2, but I borrowed one on the Wii back in the day from my friend in high school, and then two, I ended up buying it a couple years ago and decided, okay, when the double pack came out, I was like, all right, I'm not buying this for Switch, especially for, what was it, $50 or $70, but 40 for each one or something like that. I was like, nah, bro. So decided to try two again. Technically not a new game, so at some point I will get back to it. It was definitely pretty fun. I mean, 3D Mario games don't really miss, and yeah, like I said, I'm not in like a rush to finish it because it's a pretty old, older game. There are more recent things I need to get through, but either way, I did enjoy the little bit that I did play. Next, we have another game from Xbox, which again came out in that springtime, and I think it was overlooked at the Game Awards for best music or best sound or whatever, but that is South of Midnight. And now this game was pretty interesting to me, even from, what was it, 2023, when we saw it at the Xbox game showcase or whatever. And it was pretty good. The art style is really cool, even though it's Unreal Engine 4. It still looks, really, really good with the like stop motion and, the deep like New Orleans surroundings and all that, the stories, the folklore and all that. Like, it's really, really, really fun. The only issue, and it's a big issue unfortunately, was the fact that the game just got too repetitive. It got way too repetitive, unfortunately, especially when it came to the combat. And then, like, yeah, there was different upgrades and stuff like that, but it was kind of like, once you hop in this little area, you beat this enemy, then go to that enemy. There's a decent amount of enemy variety, but not too much. And again, I'm glad the game exists. It was only like $40, and I played through Game Pass, but either way, I think it's priced appropriately. Story's good, the voice acting is really good, the music really fits the setting, the storytelling really good, the art style, everything goes. But it's just like, it seems like combat was really an afterthought. Again, it seems like one of those games that are focusing on the setting and the story, and then combat is like an afterthought, which is okay for most of the time. But it's like, when you have to fight so many things, like the combat being an afterthought kind of starts like, you know it starts becoming very apparent. And then I got through like chapter, I think, 6 out of 14. So will I finish it? Probably not. I don't know. Part of me is like, okay, you got almost halfway there, you might as well just finish it. But I don't want to just like hate beat it. I'm trying to grow out of just hate beating stuff where you're just beating it just because you played it enough. But I don't know. Either way, South of Midnight, I still recommend people at least, doing your research on it, checking out, because it is a good game. But I don't know. It got old for me. And that's pretty much my list. I'm finishing up Pokemon Legends Z8. That'll probably be the last game I finish this year. I do want to get back to Ninja Gaiden 4. I was thinking about putting that on this list too, but it was kind of like, I was playing it sparingly. It was on stream, and like, I love Ninja Gaiden, so I'll probably get back to that. But the only reason I didn't finish that was because my Game Pass subscription did. Let me get back to that. But either way, that's all the games I either missed, dropped, or temporarily put a pause on, and will come back at some point. And yeah, so y'all let me know in the comment section below which games I dropped that should I not have dropped in your opinion. There's something you missed this year that you want to give back to maybe in the next year over the holiday break. Y'all let me know all that in the comment section below. Again, always hit that like button on this if you enjoyed this, subscribe if you have not already, click all the links in the description, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.